Hello everyone and welcome to this new video where we're going to be reacting to the godfather of the new generation of fake gurus, my man, Iman Gadzhi. And he's going to teach us 3 AI businesses that will make you $373 per day. Mind you, with 0 employees. Of course. I mean, like, I gotta respect the hustle of this man. He sold you on everything. He sold a course about the agency, and he had multiple tiers there, like $1,000, $5,000. I even heard people paid this guy $12,000, and like with nothing to show for it. He sold you, I think, on the digital product thing. I don't know, the crypto hype. He had an NFT project. Now the AI stuff. Man, like. The guy is being strategic. He's doing the stuff that is working for him. And as I will always say, and as I will always repeat, never to listen to what these guys are saying, but look at what they are actually doing. Because if he's going now to sell you on some AI business, he's probably not having an AI business. He's probably doing an info product type of business, because this is where he made all of his money. Okay. So I have so much to say about this, but let's just like watch him and see what he has to say. Okay, let me start from the scratch.
All right, you know what? Let's cut the and get straight into it.
And first of all, I cannot fucking watch this video at like normal speed. If it was just me, I would probably watch it like at 2x the speed. But now, since I have to react, let's put it like just 1.5, and let's see. Okay.
Because I know exactly what you're thinking. What is the best AI business that you can start today that will actually make you money? And it's probably
I'm not actually thinking that. And if you're thinking what type of AI business, you're actually stupid. When you want to start thinking about business, you need to think about what is the problem that you're going to solve and who are you going to solve it for. That's it. You don't think about the vehicle, the technology. That's not how you start. That's why I hate about these gurus. They never teach you the fundamentals. They always teach you about some new shiny object model, some new shiny business model, and I don't know, like if you just follow this, you're going to be successful. I just drop shipping. No, it's digital product. No, it's AI automation agency. No, it's AI automations. It's, I don't fucking know. Like hundreds of thousands of business models that you keep jumping ships because you're actually stupid, because you follow these guys' advices. And what happens is you waste fucking years, you waste your time. Because success doesn't happen in that linear fashion that these guys are marketing. You're going to make 10K in after 90 days. Shut the fuck up, boy.
a question you've asked yourself a lot over the space of the last few months, because let's face it, AI is everywhere. It is the word on everyone's lips right now. I mean, just go look at the stock market. It's the reason the economy is booming right now. And it's crazy because millionaires are being created every single week. And in fact, it's even been
Millionaires are being created every single week.
touted that AI will create the world's first billion-dollar one-person company. And by the way,
Bro, that's stupid. You cannot fucking have a 1 billion, one person type of business. I think it's fucking impossible. Legit, it's impossible, because to have a 1 billion business, you need infrastructure, you need teams, you need investors, you need so much stuff to achieve 1 billion market cap. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
I'm speaking from experience. Literally just a few days ago, I was in New York visiting the offices of one of my companies, Lyra, an AI software company where I'm the largest shareholder. Now, earlier...
Okay, so he has a company called Lyra. Well, what is this? Lyra. Okay. The final meeting platform, create tasks and tasks with AI and your team in real time. Every call ends with the progress. I don't know what else. I think they're kind of trying to compete against something like Basecamp, I think. Yes, this looks like Basecamp. But like, the thing is that nobody knows about this company. Like, we only knew about it because he told us in his YouTube video. So he's not like the CEO of this company. He's more of a YouTuber right now. Like, I think they're trying to compete with the Basecamp, I think. Yes, so Basecamp.com. So this is a legit business. I think this is like a 100 million, $1 billion type of business. So I think they're trying to compete against this. I mean, good luck, but didn't he had that CRM for agencies and that shit flopped, and he did it another time with different designs and stuff, and it actually also flopped. He had another software that also flopped. So yeah, as I said, don't look at what these people say. Look at what they are actually doing, because how he's actually making his money is from selling you the dream and selling you these hypes by giving you, these info products that are costing you thousands of dollars, and you keep fucking buying.
This year, we recently raised $6 million at a $40 million valuation. And Lyra is just one example. I've
$40 million, like, to who? I don't know.
Invested in a number of other AI companies, and we built several of our own in-house. And what this means is that I have front row seats to everything happening in this industry, from what's scaling to what's failing to what's quietly making people extremely rich. So
he's not just, you have to, the AI industry is so fucking big. Who can say something like this is probably the CEO of NVIDIA. That guy, he can say like, yes, I have a front row seat, what's actually working in AI. But Iman Gadzhi, shut the fuck up.
In today's video, I'm going to show you the 3 best AI businesses you can start without a single employee. So what is that?
Of course, there should always be something that is going to be, the ease of entry. In this business, you're not going to be doing the work. When he was promoting his agency, he said, you're not going to be doing the work. What you're going to be doing is just getting the clients, and there you go and hire freelancers to actually do the work. Which is actually fucking stupid, because the delivery of the service is the most important thing in an agency. So if you don't know how to actually deliver this fucking service, how are you even going to sell it? With no employees. Bro, is that like some sort of a flex? I don't know.
That actually mean? It means no team, no payroll, no extra stress. Just AI tools, bulletproof systems, and seamless execution.
Just AI tools. You just go to sleep and the AI is going to be working for you. And of course, you're going to build a 6-figure online business.
I'm not just going to list 3 random business ideas and just leave you there. No. Listen, I'm going to break down each one using 5 key categories so that
Is it just me or this is fucking exhausting? Like, I cannot watch these guys. I can't understand, like, 161K views 2 weeks ago. Yes, do the AI shadow operating. AI shadow operating. It's always some new fucking business model. AI shadow operating. I don't know what's the last one. Growth operating.
you can make a calculation.
And it's always a business where you're not going to do the work. With the growth operator, what you did is that you partnered with other fucking people that already have an audience, and what you do is that they create the course and you just like sell it for them. What you do is that you set up a school community and you get like 30%.
Calculated decision about which model fits you the best. Because listen, we're all different. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. And because of that, I want to honestly give you the pros and cons of each model. Now, the first is general difficulty. How much skill is required for success? Then we're going to look at time intensity, how much day-to-day work it actually takes. Third, we'll look at scalability, how big you can realistically grow it. Fourth is income potential, how much money it can make you. And fifth is stress level. How stressful are the actual day-to-day operations of running this AI business? And by the end of the video, you will have a clear plan to take advantage of this
Guys, I'm getting suffocated. I cannot fucking watch this. I don't know why. This just like, all I can hear is that at the end of the fucking video, there's gonna be a CTA, like a call to action to buy something from him. Is it a course, a platform, some sort of a shit? This is not good information, man.
generational opportunity and stop watching other people make millions.
Generational opportunity.
Now, the first thing that you need to understand about making money is that it comes down to the value you create for someone. And there are a host of different ways.
That's true, yes.
In order to provide value and get paid in the process. For example, making someone more money.
These are the only two examples they have. Time and money. It's always time and money.
Obviously valuable.
When in reality, there are like hundreds, if not thousands of examples that you can actually, have a better understanding of how to actually provide value to other people so they can give you more money.
Alternatively, saving someone time is also valuable. So if you're able to provide value in the form of making someone more money, they will be willing to compensate you accordingly. If you provide value in the form of saving time for someone, there's actually an indirect monetary benefit for them. By taking care of boring, repetitive tasks, they can reallocate that time.
But that's, this is just like giving information. We already know that. Like, there is no need for us
to make them more money. And this is exactly what the first AI business we're discussing does. And that is the AI automation agency. An AI automation agency helps businesses save time and money by replacing necessary yet repetitive tasks with smart AI systems. I mean, think about all of the manual work that happens in most companies. Answering leads, sending follow-up emails, scheduling calls, updating spreadsheets with automation.
Emails Nutrient, we already had some sort of automation. We already had autoresponders and flows and all. We already know this stuff. We don't need AI for this.
automation tools, all of that can run on autopilot. As the agency owner, your job is to go into the business, find where they're wasting the most time, and install AI systems that can handle it automatically 24/7. Companies love this because it directly impacts their bottom line. They get more done with fewer people. Instead of the businesses needing a team of people to manually answer leads, follow up with leads, and schedule calls, you simply build a smart AI system that does all of this more efficiently and at a fraction of the cost. And I've
Maybe, but still, you need the knowledge. You need to even understand the industry you're going to implement these systems on.
that can definitely print money because the demand definitely exists, but there are some things that you do need to consider about this business model. The general difficulty is hard. And the reason I say this is because you will need to learn how to build and implement these systems using an extensive software stack. You will need to learn how to use automation tools like Zapier or Make and understand each client software stack in the process. You're also going to need an understanding of CRM platforms like HubSpot, Close, and Salesforce, communication platforms like Slack and Microsoft Teams. And then once you understand the software stack and the automation side, many AI automation ability, moderate. You see, the fact that AI automation agencies don't work on a project basis and they actually work on a retainer basis actually impacts scalability. With more clients comes more work. So when you run out of capacity personally, you become forced to hire in order to scale. Because your team needs to have technical expertise, these aren't cheap hires. So from a scalability...
Wait. He said your team needs to have technical expertise. But didn't you just say at the first, it's with 0 employees? Isn't this the entire premise of this actual fucking video?
Standpoint, I'm going to give it a moderate. I think it's pretty clear that AI automation is pretty technical, but you will be rewarded for that. Businesses are willing to spend on a service. And that is exactly why...
Okay, let me give you just like my opinion on this. I'm not that familiar with offering automation as a service. Can it be actually helpful and beneficial for some businesses? Yes. Can you make millions of dollars with it with no employees? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Plus, this video is not going to help you just like magically understand that. What you need to understand, the most important thing is that you need to understand the industry you're going to implement these automations in. What type of businesses you're going to actually offer this service to. That's why at the start of the video, I said the most important thing is to know what's the problem you're going to solve and who are you going to solve it for before even trying to offer any type of service. That's why in the agency model, my advice always is to go to some sort of a business, which is your perfect target, and offer to work for them for free. Offer your services for free in exchange for a testimonial or something like that. Because when you work for free, when you work inside of that business, you will know the ins and outs of that business. You will know the actual problems these businesses are facing and what's actually leaking their money. So by having that internal knowledge, then you can say, okay, what type of automation we can, implement into this business to make it run smoother, to make it run faster, to make it actually more beneficial for this business. And, this type of information, it's just going to be easy. It's income potential high. Yes, of course, it's going to be millions.
Why the income potential is high. Depending on size and scope of work, clients can justify $3,000 to $10,000 a month retainers. Margins are high if you automate delivery, but expensive hires.
You're not going to charge 10K to small businesses. This is just, you need to understand this. You're not going to charge 10K per month to small businesses. You can only charge when they are actually making that actual money and they can actually see the perceived value of the services you're offering. And the most important thing is actually bringing clients. If you're going to bring clients and you maybe get like to pay per show or per sale, then yes, they can justify this type of retainer. But like a small business, paying you 10K per month to install AI automation, I think this is fantasy. I don't know.
When you really start scaling will eat into some of these margins. Now let's talk about stress levels. And for this,
the thing is that this 10K is just like it's just getting thrown away every day, in everything. 10K. Like 10K is some sort of change we make. Like I go and tip 10K. 10K is actual serious money. And to build like a 6-figure online business requires time and money and hustle. And to achieve to a 6-figure point is something very substantial. It's not as easy as these guys try to market to you and to promote you. And this is also another very, very big problem with this online business, that you come with this mindset that I'm going to build a 6-figure online business. So this is the lens with which you see your business. You start working, you don't see any type of success. Maybe you're making hundreds of dollars, not thousands of dollars. And that's actually valuable. You can build on top of that if you have strong foundation and you can actually, create a well-oiled system inside of that business to scale it and to actually start making thousands of dollars. What happens is that you say, this is not working. Let me jump to the next shiny business model. What he said here? Yes, AI shadow operating. No, I'm not gonna do agency now. I'm gonna do AI shadow. No, I'm not gonna do AI shadow operation. I'm gonna sell automation. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna do that, and you end up just wasting your time and money and pretty much everything. You will look back and you see like you've wasted 3-5 years and with nothing to show for it because you keep listening to these guys.
I'm going to give it a high. As much as it's a great business model for those who have a love for tech, it can be a headache because businesses rely on the systems you build. So if anything breaks,
every business will have headache. Like that's just like the nature of business. If you cannot deal with problems and with headache, please don't start a business.
To be on call to fix it as soon as possible. This makes the daily operations very stressful in comparison to
every business is stressful. Just
many other business models because what you're creating and managing is a core part of these businesses' infrastructure. So it's not something that they take lightly. And if something breaks, you're on the line for it. So with all of that being said, an AI automation agency is the perfect business model for anyone with a very strong background in software development, but I wouldn't recommend this.
You know, the naming scheme is always cracks me up. AI Automation Agency, a.k.a. as they used to call it.
Small to beginners. So as I said, if you're tech savvy or if you understand software development, and if you're a wizard and a genius with that stuff, this is the perfect business for you. If you're not, well then you may want to consider one of the other two that I'm about to share. You see, this next AI business model is for the creatives, and that is an AI content agency. The world has woken up to the power of content and the ability it has to increase the reach a business has, especially short form content. The algorithms on platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts are extremely good at pushing niche content to an audience that is interested in that topic. And this is very valuable to a business because the people who are seeing that content are the same people who will buy from them in the future. The problem is that for short form content to achieve the desired result for businesses, it needs to be made at a large scale. And most businesses don't have the skills or resources to make short form content at the scale and quality.
This is all true. And it's already a given. We already know that.
Required. And that is where an AI content agency comes in. An AI content agency uses specialized AI tools to take long form content businesses have, such as podcasts, webinars, and long form YouTube videos that they then clip up into viral short form clips.
That's stupid. Nah. You cannot rely on AI tools and simply AI tools to do the clipping for you. This is just fucking impossible. You cannot do that. You will need human capital behind that. You need someone who understands how to edit. You need someone who understands virality. You cannot just like use the, platforms like Opus Clips and stuff like that and just throw like a 1 hour podcast and it like clips it into, 100 type of shorts and just like start uploading that and that's your actual service. I think this is a bad business. From my opinion.
Bear in mind, this is going to require some editing skills to increase the quality,
yes,
but there are a number of specific AI
scripts and Opus Clip. This is fucking stupid.
Tools that can accelerate the clipping process. Once you have your clips ready for posting, simply upload them.
All of the clipping agencies that I know, people that are actually making millions of dollars, they have huge teams. They are like hiring from the Philippines. They are hiring in all kinds of countries where there's a little bit of cheap labor, and they're just like scaling with human capital. Because you need a lot of editors to actually be able to run such service. And he uses it. He uses it for his own business. He has hundreds of fan pages and he has clippers paying them money to actually clip clips from his videos and share them on short form social media. You cannot just use AI. This is the
scheduling software, and the clips will automatically be posted on the client's
automatically. It's all about fucking automatically.
Is traditionally what an AI content agency is responsible for. But with how quickly AI content is developing, there's an opportunity for AI content agencies to increase their scope.
I was thinking about, he's going to talk about, AI avatars and how they are actually being used to sell stuff on TikTok with TikTok Shop and all of that. I was like, maybe this is smart. This is a creative way, but like using Opus Clips to cut clips from like podcasts and stuff. This is fucking stupid. Believe me.
Of services. An example of that would be using tools like Higgsfield to create ultra-realistic thumbnails for creators. So there is definitely a demand for AI content agency services, but let's break it down using the 5 categories. General difficulty, moderate. The skills required are much lower than in an AI automation agency, and the AI tools.
What kind of skills are required? There are no skills required. You just like drag the video and you wait for the AI to do its stuff. There are no
skills that will really set you apart is your ability to understand content and your ability to predict what will work and what won't. Time intensity, we're going to give it a moderate. And the reason I say that is because the AI tools will make the bulk of the process relatively quick, but the time consuming part will be the quality control, revisions, posting scheduling, as well as feedback loops with your clients. Scalability, going to give it a moderate. A lot of moderates for this business model, but nonetheless still a very interesting business model. You see, I was tempted to say that the scalability is low, but with the new AI tools available, I've actually bumped it to a moderate. You're going to be able to grow to the $10,000 a month mark.
It's always the 10K per month. It's always 10,000 per month. It's like, you know, you gotta be grow for like template SOPs, and it's like it's magic. Yo, 1, 2, 3, 10K per month. 1, 2, 3, 10K per month.
By using content templates as well as SOPs, but eventually
I don't understand like how these guys keep getting away with this. I don't understand how people are still buying from these guys. How I really don't understand. How can you not see through this? How can't you like sit down and watch this video and be like, this is fucking dumb. This is stupid. This is not how business is made. Can't you see that? Like, is it just me or what?
there's going to be a need to increase your team, and you will ultimately be hindered by human bottlenecks.
But like, why? Why increase your team? Didn't you say it's with 0 employees?
The only way to deal with this volume will be to hire a team, which in turn is going to hurt profit margins and eventually lead to diminishing returns. Now, if we're talking about income potential, it gets a moderate. The income potential is going to be pretty consistent around $2,000 to $5,000 per client, but the big
$2,000 to $5,000 per client.
thing is your output. This is going to dictate the amount that you can charge in most cases. The biggest problem is that margins are going to decrease as you scale with a team, meaning there's eventually going to be a cap. Stress level is moderate. The stress involved is definitely lower than running a business's AI automation, but clients can be a bit difficult when it comes to content. You see, everyone thinks that they're an expert, so some clients will ask for multiple revisions. So I would say it has a moderate stress level because the urgency.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I have to 2x. Like, I cannot fucking watch this.
Aspect is lower than automations. AI content services are really easy to sell because of the importance placed on content to extend businesses' reach in the current business climate, making this model a great.
Bro, to sell this, it's actually hard because what is the value that you are actually bringing? Why can't I, as the video creator, go onto Opus Clip and drag this video and create clips from it and choose 1, 2, 3 clips or 10 clips every single day? You need to justify $5,000 per client per month?
Great option for creative-minded entrepreneurs. So all across the board, it's just generally a good business model. Not great, not the best, but just a consistent and solid model. And that's
It's a great business model. 10K per month.
why the two business models that I've talked about are great, but they fall under the traditional agency structure. You save businesses time and resources, and they pay you in return. The third business model, on the other hand, and my personal favorite, doesn't require any sales at all. Because
It doesn't require...
instead of traditional sales, you're not selling anyone. Instead, you're creating partnerships. And that's super cool about this business model. You don't actually need to sell ever. And you're not working with a bunch of different clients and a lot of spinning plates. No, you're far more focused. And instead, you're focused on just forming partnerships. And what this business model is AI shadow operating. The first two
AI shadow operating.
business models that I showed you today are good options, but they're both geared towards people with a particular set of skills, even with AI doing some of the heavy lifting for you. AI shadow operating, on the other hand, is a business model almost anyone can take advantage of, and I'm going to show you the true potential of this AI business model in just a second. But before I do, let me show you how this business model actually works. There are millions of micro creators on platforms like Instagram and TikTok. I'm not talking about people with millions of followers. I'm talking about creators with 10 to 50,000 followers. And these micro creators have some of the most.
But like, wasn't it like the naming was like growth operating? Now it's AI shadow operating? I mean, these guys are... I mean, like, I gotta respect the hustle of these guys. They're being strategic, and they are, since they're demand, they are giving you the supply you want, the falsely fucking information on how to make 10K per month with AI.
Engaged and impactful followings. Their audience is begging to buy something from them other than some small affiliate promotions they do for other companies, but they just don't have anything to sell. And to be entirely honest, just so you can get in the mind of some of these small creators, they haven't even thought about monetizing their audience. They are creators for a reason. They love making content. They love.
Nah, they're not. Every creator is doing it for the money. I'd say like a small percentage of 1 to 5% of the people that are actually just making the content because they like the content. Everyone who's creating content right now is creating it because it's a form of a business. I'm creating content because it's business, because it allows me to get traffic and get eyeballs. I'm not stupid. I'm not just creating content for the sake of creating content.
Love being in front of the camera. They're creators for a reason, okay? These creators are usually creative-minded individuals who don't really have an interest in the operational side of running a business.
That's not true. That's stupid.
Don't want to think about that. So I have some pretty good news for you. If you don't want to be an internet celebrity or a dancing monkey on camera, this is a perfect situation for you, because the fact that micro creators aren't interested in the business side of the operations opens up a door of opportunity. You can come in and focus on the part of the operation that they don't want to focus on, the monetization side. Now you might be thinking, oh, all this sounds great, but if they don't have anything to sell, how are you going to help them monetize? Well, just look around you at pretty much everyone online. All three of these creators and most of the creators you see online have made a large portion, if not majority of their wealth, selling a digital product or a coaching offer or an info offer in one form or the other. These are all examples of info or coaching offers. And by the way, myself included, I've made over 9 figures from digital products. And for those that
True. That's actually true. He made all of his money from selling you information. That's actually true. He never built a fucking real business.
don't know, I'm co-owner in a platform called Walk, where our users have generated over $170 million in the last 30 days on our platform. When you actually dig around and you see the way that people make their money online these days, it's by selling digital products, info, coaching. That's how these creators monetize, but they have to be in the spotlight. Whereas you can be in the shadows. As I said, this is how all the big creators are doing. So all you need to do is apply the same principles to micro creators. Your job as a shadow operator is to help them launch a digital product of their choice, whether that's coaching, courses, info, anything in that domain, anything that is online informational, because they're creators, okay? They're experts in specific things. That's why they have an audience in the first place. That content creator that has 35,000 followers and all they talk about is just a carnivore diet, or all they talk about is pickleball. They built that audience for a reason. Their audience sees them as someone that they'd like to learn from or get some tips from or get some advice from. Just so you understand, as a shadow operator, your job isn't to create the digital product for them. them. They already have the expertise and the creativity to create the product themselves. As a shadow operator, your job is to find creators who have this exact problem, present the idea of the digital products in the same way I presented it to you, locking in the partnership. Then, with the help of AI, you manage the full launch strategy and back-end operations. The micro creator.
With the help of AI. This business model is actually real. Yes, you can go and partner with actual creators, with actual, content creator who has a substantial following, and you can like partner with them and okay, I'll help them actually get clients and make sales with whatever type of digital product they're going to offer. That's actually true. But the way they are selling it is just like it's wishy-washy. It's like you're just gonna partner with them and you're not gonna help them create the product. They're gonna create them themselves. All you're gonna do is just rely on AI to help them launch and do the stuff. First of all, you need to have the knowledge on how to actually create a successful launch. You need to have the experience, if not the experience, but the actual raw knowledge on how to create a successful launch. How do we launch an info product? How we create the tease? How we create the sequences, how, every single day, what do we do? Like every single day, like what's a 7-day, what's a 10-day, what's a 30-day launch? How we schedule the stories? How do we, create the webinars? How are we going to sell? What type of funnel are we going to follow? You need to have all of this understanding. You cannot just go and partner with someone and you're an actual beginner who have actually zero experience because you bring zero value. If you're going to rely on AI, why can't I, the content creator, rely on AI myself? This is the problem with these fucking gurus. They keep teaching you these crazy business models, yet nobody's teaching you the fucking fundamentals. What is your market? What is your offer? How are you going to get traffic? What is your conversion funnel? How are you going to retain clients? Nobody's teaching you these fucking fundamentals. Just like, okay, do this and this, you're making 10K per month.
Brings the attention and the expertise. You bring the monetization system in the form of a launch strategy. The best part is you don't need to be a master.
All you're going to do is the launch strategy. That's it.
A copywriter or a marketing genius. You don't even need any knowledge of the topic of the digital product that the creator launches.
This is what I hate the most. You don't need any knowledge of the topic of the digital product the creator launch. You don't need to be a master copywriter or a marketing genius. So what are you going to be? What type of fucking value are you trying to add?
There are ultra specialized AI tools that will do all the heavy lifting for you. These AI tools will create the full launch strategy and all the marketing assets, the landing pages, the copy, the conversion video scripts, etc. The creator simply creates the product or the offer, and you take care of launching it to the audience that they already have while making sure the systems are in place to convert eyeballs into.
There are no specialized tools. You can just use ChatGPT, whatever you want, and they are actually going to give you a good launch strategy. That's yes. But you need to also rely on your knowledge, on your experience, on your human understanding, to be able to see, okay, this looks like the right strategy. This doesn't look like the right strategy for us. You cannot just rely on AI because now everyone can rely on AI. You need to understand that everyone have the access to the same tool. So the competition is going to be crazy. So you need to understand what is your unfair advantage. How are you going to stand in this crazy Red Sea competition?
Buyers. Remember what I said earlier. There's no sale. It is a partnership. You don't have to convince the creator to pay you. You just present the opportunity and you form a partnership where you get a percentage of every sale made. So, to show you the real potential of this business model, let's take a look at a realistic example of a partnership. Imagine you strike up a partnership.
Let's see a real example.
With a creator with 50,000 followers. Now, upon partnering up, you agree on a 70-30 revenue split. So you get 30% of every sale. You launch a product for your creator and you make 100 sales at a $500 price point. So that's 100 units times $500. That's $50,000 earned. And if that sounds crazy, well, let's just do the math, okay? 100 sales from a creator who has 50,000 followers means that 99.8% of their audience could ignore it and you would still make $50,000 in sales. So that means 99.8% of their audience could look at it and go, you know what, I'm ignoring this, I don't want this. And you would still make $50,000. So as you can see, I'm keeping the numbers conservative for the sake of this example, and the numbers are still insane. And because of the agreement that you have in place, you're entitled to 30% of that.
They make it look so enticing. They make it look so beautiful. You just need to partner and you're going to be making 50K per month.
At 50,000. So you, my friend, make $15,000. That is $15,000 in your pocket just from the initial launch. Remember, you get paid 30% of every sale as long as the product is live. So even if after the initial launch week, you then go on to only make 50 sales per month going forward, you would still get paid $7,500 per month for doing practically no work. And hopefully at this point, you're starting to understand why this is my favorite AI business model. But let's break it down using the 5 categories. General difficulty, because of the AI tools, is low. As I said, you don't require any technical skills like the tool.
And since it's low, everyone can do it. You need to keep that in mind.
Previously discussed. You also don't need to have any sales skills because you are just offering creators an opportunity to make money. You're not asking them to pay. And this is very important. With some of these other business models, you have to go there and ask someone, hey, can you give me money every single month? And by the way, that's why we're not going to creators with millions of followers. We're going to micro creators who haven't gone to the point they want.
Even though it's a partnership, it's still a sell. You need to sell that person on that partnership. You need to actually be bringing value. It's just a partnership. Hi, I will help you create a course. Let's do it. It's like, yes, 7:30? Of course, yes. It's always a fucking sell.
monetized yet, but they have the most monetizable audience. They have the most engaged audience that loves them and has the most personal relationship with them. So you help them monetize,
and you need to understand, people care for their audiences. They care not for the audience, but they care for their image and how it's perceived by that audience. It's not that you're just gonna come up and say, let's sell your audience a course, and everyone will be like, yes, let's do it. You need to be very strategic on how you are going to present your offer and how you are going to present this partnership.
and you're not selling them, you're actually opening up a new income stream for them and just taking a percentage on the back end. And by the way, I want to be very honest with you. You see, 2 years ago, the general difficulty of this business model wasn't low, if I'm being honest with you. And I was very outspoken about this, okay? That 2 years ago, this wasn't a beginner-friendly business model, but that was before these AI tools existed. I mean, to be honest, even in 2024, this was too difficult. This is really only something that's been possible in the last year or so. And I mean that specifically for beginners. Because of these AI tools, you don't have to spend 7 years becoming a genius marketer. You just use the specialized AI tools and you're
Please don't do that. Actually go and understand things. Actually have and acquire the knowledge and understand the fundamentals. Why people buy stuff. Why they buy from person A and not person B. What is the competition advantage? What is your unfair advantage? How do you persuade someone into buying? What is copywriting? How do we understand what is the pain of this person? How are we going to, allow this person to actually give us their money while being happy about it? How to create an irresistible offer? What is the type of funnel that we need to follow? What is an email sequence? How to actually retain people? All of this stuff, you need to actually learn them. Because if you follow these people, I assure you, you're going to spend years trying to win with these business models, and you will keep jumping from one shiny business model to the other, and you will end up losing years, 3, 5, 10 years. I don't know. I know people that wasted fucking 5 years with nothing to show for it. Because they keep jumping like from drop shipping to agency, from agency to digital products, from digital product to trading, from trading to this and that and this and that and this and that, and they end up, with nothing.
good to go. From a delivery point of view, all you need to do is manage the creator during the product creation process, which is so easy because
so
they have so
easy.
much to gain. And then once the product is ready, the AI
It's so easy. You're gonna be making $15,000 per month. So fucking easy.
creates a full launch strategy for you. We're talking about the marketing strategy, all the launch copy, word for
AI is gonna do everything for you. Okay.
word for the creator to use when promoting the product, as well as the landing page where the audience pays. As I said, there are ultra specialized AI tools that will do all of that for you. The only thing that the AI won't do for you is to upload everything to WAP and set up the revenue side of each sale instantly. Now, just so you guys understand, this is something I've been pushing heavily for the last few months, because when I do some digging and I see all of these creators out there, I realize behind the scenes there's a person in the shadows who's actually making the majority of the money and they're running their businesses. Of course, as a co-owner in WAP, I know that some of the biggest people that use our platforms, they're the creators, but they actually have a shadow operator in the background. And let's not even say the biggest people, even a lot of the new up and coming people making very good money, these micro creators, when we're getting them set up on WAP, we're not speaking to the creator, we're speaking to their shadow operator. And that's why a few months ago I was like, well, listen, let's make it super easy for these shadow operators. In that case, if you use any other platform, the creator's gonna make the money, it's gonna hit their bank account, and then they have to pay you. And by the way, that's fine, that's why you have agreements in place and all that's great. You have a partnership with the creator. But how much nicer would it be if $100 came in and you automatically got your 30, they got their 70? Because psychologically, it's kind of like taxes. When you're a business owner or self-employed or whatever, when you receive that money, that tax.
I told you, man. At the end of the video, there's going to be a call to action. And this is the call to action. He's selling us on his platform. Good.
Money was never yours, you're holding on to it, but it's almost a little bit more painful when you then have to return it. Whereas if it's automatically routed to the government, for example, when you're employed by an employer, you almost don't think about it, it makes it less painful. And that is why I've been rushing our dev team in order to push this out on WAP. So for anyone who wants to get into shadow operating or is currently a shadow operator, there's no better platform than WAP. And I know that I'm biased because I'm a co-owner in the business, but honestly, this revenue split I'm responsible for on your behalf. The cool thing with this, because these aren't clients, these are partnerships, scalability is super high. Because time
Scalability is super high. So yeah.
intensity is so low, scalability
The type of wealth you can make from this is generational.
is extremely high. You don't have daily deliverables on an ongoing basis, but you continue to get paid from previous partnerships. This means that every new creator just adds to your partnership portfolio and continues to increase your monthly profit without any significant increase in your work.
Without any significant increase in work. Yeah.
I know so many shadow operators are using WAP, like a lot. Obviously, I'm not going to air out their business because it's not my place to. And as a co-owner in WAP, of course, I keep ultimate discretion with all of our users. But what I will say is that I know many shadow operators that make over $1 million a month. A month.
$1 million per month. Of course, yes. As a shadow operator who is solely relying on AI tools, and you have no knowledge about marketing and copyright. Good.
So in the last year or so, I've seen.
If you believe this, I don't know what to tell you. Yes. Are there people making $1 million per month? Yes. Can you do it following the stuff that he's saying? Absolutely no.
A lot of people have a lot of success with this business model, and I'm sure as you can understand, the income potential is high. You see, the income potential is basically unlimited. The more experience.
You can make $1 trillion with AI shadow operator.
You gain, the easier it becomes to partner with bigger creators. And I'll be honest, as a beginner, you can sit here and all of a sudden make $500,000 a month or $1 million a month like some of the shadow operators I know. Of course not. And that's actually what's very cool about this business model. You can kind of keep it in beginner land, or you can take it to massive earning potential. So don't set your expectations that on year one you're gonna become a multi-millionaire. That's probably not gonna happen. Like realistically. Like if I'm just being honest with you. But in terms of like replacing whatever your job is making and doing that relatively quickly, of course not overnight, but in terms of what you can do with other business models, it's very achievable. And then from there you can work your way up. You can decide, okay, am I gonna take it further and really tap into the income potential of this business model, or do I just want to have it as sort of a side hustle thing? You see, the fact that you can scale with minimal additional work means there isn't a cap on the number of partnerships that you could have in your portfolio. Stress level is low as it can be in any business.
Stress stress level is so low, as low as possible. Like it's so fucking low.
Of course, there's no such thing as click a button, no stress, only income. Like guys, every side hustle, every venture has a level of stress. I just mean compared to
You know, he said a fucking word that I think it's the main problem with all of this online business stuff. He said side hustle. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this.
other models. And the reason why is because there's no need for a big team. Remember, a lot of experts are saying there's going to be one person, $1 billion companies. Because you have all these specialized AI tools, there's no need for a massive team. There's also no hard deadlines. You see, if you're coming into like a hyper-optimized business, they're paying you a monthly fee, so there's a lot of pressure. I think that's the other thing as well. When someone's paying you a monthly fee, there's a pressure because like, I'm paying you every single month, and you need to be doing something. Whereas because this is a partnership, you can take it faster if you want, or you can take it slower to launch if you want. And also, there's no super techy custom tech build-outs and all that stuff. I'll be honest with you, the only headache that you might encounter is needing to push the creators to get their side of the work done. But if they're bought into the opportunity, this usually isn't an issue. So just in full transparency, I also want to be honest with you, the only issue that ever comes about is, I'll be honest, some creators are a little lazy, but if you help them truly understand the business model and the potential of what can be made, well, then they're super hardworking. But this happens maybe in 5% of the cases where you have a creator where they're just a little slower than you would like in order to roll some things out. So with that being said, in 2026, AI shadow operating is the model that I'm really bullish on right now, and for good reason.
Yes.
So in
AI
today's video, I
shadow
want to introduce
operating
AI
is the best AI model.
shadow operating and get some alternative options for those of you that love the software or maybe the creative side of things. So you would rather go with one of the other two models. But guys, I'm just scratching the surface here. So if you want me to prepare an AI shadow operating ultimate guide, let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback, give me some support. When I create these ultimate guides, it literally takes me a full day to prepare. Not only do I have my brain to get that in text format, but then also format. Sometimes I have it in slide format. Sometimes I do a visual presentation on my iPad. Opponents, it takes me a lot of time. But if enough of you are interested, I will create a step-by-step video showing you exactly how you can become a shadow operator. Regardless of what path you choose, make sure that you're taking advantage of the AI revolution. Remember, AI will not make you rich on its own. You need to understand this and remember this. But if you learn how to combine it with a business model.
Okay, so this entire video was nothing but a VSL. It was a video sales letter. He was trying to sell us on his WAP thing by, you know, these guys are actually smart. What they do is that they have some actual products in the back end and they offer something on the front end. So the front end will be some sort of a course that will teach you this. And the information presented inside of that course is going to be tied to some form of SaaS or, you know, something that they actually own. What I hate most about these videos, and what I hate most about these fake gurus, is that what they do is that they don't teach you about business. They teach you about side hustles. Side hustles, mind you, that actually makes $10,000 per month. A side hustle that is now, as he said, people he knows are making $1 million per month doing this AI shadow operating. The biggest problem is that you will never be able to achieve this kind of result that they're talking about. I can say with certainty that 99% of the people that try this online business thing, they fail at it. Why? First of all, your mindset and your view on the online business is skewed because of these people. You think that you're just gonna start today, tomorrow, after 60 days, 90 days, you're going to be making thousands of dollars. You're going to be making 10K, 100K, $1 million per month with a fucking side hustle, without any fucking knowledge, without any fucking experience, and you're just gonna follow the magical path, the blueprint, the fucking step-by-step framework this guy is gonna fucking teach you, and you're going to become a millionaire. That's not how business fucking works. Please, 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 guys, focus on the fundamentals. Stop listening to these fucking guys. You have fucking access to AI. You can learn anything with fucking AI. I've never learned stuff faster than in this period with the help of AI. I never fucking listen to fucking gurus. Because with these fucking gurus, as I always say, don't listen to what they say, look at what they are actually doing. He's not doing the AI operating shadow fucking shit he's talking about. He's actually selling you information. He has, you know, a stake in a big SaaS company. Something that you can't actually replicate because it requires capital. The only advantage you have right now is the knowledge you're going to acquire. And the best advantage you have right now is you trying to actually differentiate yourself from every business model these guys are fucking preaching. If they are preaching AI shadow operating, you need to be fucking doing the actual opposite. Because everyone now is going to be trying to do AI shadow operating. Because this guy have a big influence. Millions of people are following him. So now, millions of people are going to be your competition. You need to learn about the fucking fundamentals. You don't need another 99,999,997 course to fucking learn a new shiny business model that's going to make you a millionaire in less than 90 days. Such thing doesn't fucking exist. And if someone actually was able to do it, they don't have an actual system that they can replicate that result, you know, consistently. It's just like, it was like luck. they were at the right place at the right time, and something good happened for them. So what do I actually recommend for you? I actually have a course. I do have a fucking course. It's not 99.99999 because I don't want to charge you an arm and a leg for these courses like these fucking guys do. I mean, these guys are fucking ruthless. They keep on selling and selling and selling and selling to people, and they have no fucking retention system. They just keep going for the fucking sale. They're making millions of dollars doing it, and they actually don't care that their clients are not getting the results. They don't fucking care that someone paid you 10K and they achieved nothing. I cannot fucking sleep if I knew that. So what I have is this course and a community. What I teach you, the actual fundamentals of online business. I call it the MOTCR system, which is market, offer, traffic, conversion, retention. First of all, you need to understand your market. You need to understand who are you going to help. What are their fucking problems? What type of problem you're going to solve for these people? You need to get inside these people's head so you can talk their language, so you can understand them better than they understand themselves. Because once you understand your target and you know exactly who's your target, like laser focused target, you will create an irresistible offer for them. You will have the ability to create something that will make them salivate. Then you will need to understand traffic. You need to understand organic traffic, paid media traffic. You need to understand how to own your traffic, which is stuff that nobody fucking talks about here. You need to understand how to get traffic by partnerships. Then you will need to understand conversion. How are we going to move someone from unaware of us to actually giving us their money? How are we going to nurture that lead? How are we going to help them, see the value of our offer? Then the most important thing about business, this is the most important thing that none of these fucking gurus talk about, which is retention. How to actually serve your clients and help them achieve their goals. So they are going to be the one doing the marketing for you. Because the best marketing is word of mouth. The best marketing is a recommendation. Because when someone recommends your business, that sale is already done. It's automatic. Hey, I want to join you. Someone recommended me your business and I want to be part of this community. So if you want to understand that for an extremely, extremely cheap price, I wanted to make it free at the start. But I thought people don't respect free. So I'm going to add the community aspect. I'm going to add new courses as we grow. I have a course about leads. I have a course about Facebook ads. I will add a course about YouTube because I actually made a lot of my money with YouTube. I have a deep understanding about YouTube. I will make another video about these fucking YouTube automation gurus, which all of them, if not 99% of them, are fucking fakers. And we're going to talk about that too. So a link is going to be in the description below. Join if you want. It's going to be just like $49 per year. And I will see you inside, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.